I'm Leanne.K and welcome back to another video. So today something a little bit different for you. So I have done a couple of food videos before, but this one is going to be what I eat in a day, Slimming World edition. So I hope you enjoy it. If you are on Slimming World or you are thinking of joining Slimming World, then I really hope this does help you out or gives you a couple of ideas on what you can eat during your day. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to see more. But for now, let's see what we've been eating. Right, good morning and welcome to my breakfast. So, I've just dropped a mushroom, that's a good start, isn't it? It's been a long night, the little one kept me awake a lot last night and the weather was really bad, so do bear with me if I start dropping things or burning myself. So, we are going to start with breakfast first of all. Now, for breakfast, I like to have a big breakfast. You could have cereal or fruit, but I find having a bigger breakfast helps me to stay fuller. And I don't end up snacking in between breakfast and lunch. And I know that Gavin, who's behind the camera helping me film this today, he always agrees as well. I'm going to show you Gavin's breakfast later as well when he's done his, because you will not believe the size of his breakfast, and every week he still loses weight. So we're going to start with, we're going to have some mushrooms, some beans. We're going to have some of these veggie sausages, which I have mentioned before, but they are my favourite ones. I've now also got my sister involved with these, and she loves them and she should never go back. So yeah, Richmond veggie sausages. I'm going to have 2 of those because they are 1.5 sins each, which is obviously 3 sins, so for 2 that's not bad. Alongside with a cheese toasty. Now you might be thinking, oh my goodness, that is a lot of food, but honestly, it really fills you up, so it's so much better to have a bigger breakfast. Well, for me anyway, maybe not for you, but for me it's so much better to have that bigger breakfast. So I'm going to have it with the co-op cheese. So I'm quite naughty with my cheese because I don't measure it out. Like when we first started Slimming World, I used to measure it out quite a lot. I've just decided not to measure it out anymore. We just put as much on as we think. I think I've just got a bit used to it and it works. I mean, you know, the same with my milk. If I have a cup of tea, I don't measure my milk out, so just obviously be careful with it. And it seems to work. I mean, you know, if you want to measure yours, you can measure them if you feel more safer doing it that way. But we seem to be alright, and we still lose weight every week when I don't measure my cheese out. So yeah, I just find doing that easier. I forgot to say as well, we did actually start Slimming World in the middle of lockdown. The first lockdown that we had. So we've been doing it since then and we've both lost over 2 stone already. So that's really, really good. Right, so with the toasty I'm going to have the cheese. I'm also going to put a little bit of tomato puree on the toasty as well, just to give it that bit more flavour. And that means I don't also have to put loads of ketchup on it, which is what I usually would do. And the bread, I'm going to have it on the medium wholemeal. Now, it's going to be the medium for us because you can have 2 of these for a hex, so 2 slices of the medium for a hex, or it is 2.5 sins each for 1 slice. So I'm going to start. I always slice my mushrooms like this. I don't know why, and to be honest I don't even know why you need to know that, but why not? I'm going to start off, I'm going to put the grill on. Right then, so what we're going to do, I'm going to get some fry light. Now we like to use the sunflower oil fry light, so when you're cooking mushrooms and things like that, I don't find you can taste this one as much as the olive oil one or the normal oil one, so I do use the golden sunflower oil. I just find it's so much better. So I'm just going to spray the pan, just bear with me because it is heating up. So if you're doing mushrooms, I like to, you know, get a good spray of it. And I'm just going to throw them in there like that. Apologies for the background noise. Filming with a toddler is interesting. So yeah, we're going to put them in and then we're just going to put these in as well. So I'm just going to get 2 of these. Pop them in the pan. I mean, you can grill them as well, I think, or you can oven them. Oh, it doesn't say anything about grilling. You can oven them or fry them. I like to fry them in the pan because I can see what I'm doing with them. Whilst we do that, I'm just going to prepare my toasty to go with it. So I don't put any butter on the toasty or anything like that. I'm going to get a bit of tomato puree. I need a little bit.
You've done an S for Slimming World.
Oh yeah, I never realised that. It's like a little bit of a pizza toasty every morning. I mean, pizza for breakfast, you know. Everyone likes a bit of pizza for breakfast, don't they? So yeah, that's really it, and then pop that on. When you do the toasty, I'm not going to do it yet because I'm waiting for these to heat up. Usually I like to get the butter spray and spray a little bit on, but I think we've run out of butter spray. Yeah, we have. So I'm just going to spray a tiny little bit of this on there, not yet. Stick that in, put that down, and wait for that to cook. Also, don't forget as well that if you don't have a toaster maker, obviously you can make it like cheese on toast. We've had this one quite a while, and I decided for Slimming World to start getting it back out again. So that's what we did. But yeah, so I'm just going to wait for these. They're starting sizzling now, which is good. And then I will show you when the breakfast is cooked. And I'm also going to show you Gavin's breakfast in a bit, like I said, because you will not believe the size of his breakfast he has and how much weight he loses every week. Okay, so I'm going to show you now what Gavin's going to be eating for breakfast. I just want to show you what he's got, so if you're thinking, wow, like that looks nice, you can see what it is.
Oh, that looks like a lot.
Yeah. So go on, Gav, you show us what you've got.
So, same as Leanne. I have some mushrooms. Now, the thing with mushrooms is they're completely free, no sin value at all, so you can have as many of those as you want. I tend to have like maybe 4 or 5, something like that, but I don't cut them like Leanne does. I just have them whole. I just take the stalks off. Then you've got these. Now these are an absolute godsend. These are basically the bacon medallions, unsmoked. They're quite cheap. You can get 2 for £4, really, really good. And these are completely free as well. So if you're probably thinking, oh, bacon's got fat on it. Well, these don't. Medallions don't have fat. They just get cut off, and it's completely sin-free. So again, free. And then, these are my go-to for breakfast. They are absolutely amazing. So these are sausages. Now a lot of people have Richmonds and things like that. Now these ones are only half a sin each. They're called skinny pork sausages, and you can get them from Aldi. Now I tend to have, like Leanne said before, she likes to have a breakfast that fills her up, so do I. I mean, my biggest problem for putting on weight was my portion control. So I thought, well, instead of dumbing that down, I'll just change the food to healthier options, and that's what I did. So I tend to have 3 of these, which may sound like a lot, because you're right, it is a lot. So yeah, I have 3 of those.
Sorry, Layla was being did you just drop a tomato? Sorry, Layla was being a little bit needy, so she's now joined the video.
Yeah. So I absolutely love tomatoes. If you like tomatoes, again, they're absolutely free, 100% free. But what I like to do, I take 2 of them and cut them both in half, so I've got 4 halves. And then what I like to do is, and this is the bit where everyone goes, are you mental? With all that, what I like to do to fill the plate, I put an omelette on it. Now that sounds a bit mental, but like I said, my personal preference is I'd rather get full. And if I'm full and it's free and I'm losing weight, then that's just perfect for me. So it is worth pointing out how I make the omelette. So yeah, just quickly. So what I've done there, I've just basically put 4 eggs into a measuring jug, whisked them up. If you have a whisker, use that or whatever, but I just use a fork. So using the stuff that Leanne used before, the fry light, there's 2 ways you can do this. I like to just completely lather the pan in this, because the other way to do it would be to use butter. But butter has a sin value. It's like 4 sins for a tablespoon, but this is totally free, so that's just the way I do it. Completely lather the pan in it. Now this is a non-stick pan, believe it or not, but we have had it quite a while, and it's starting to lose its stick, so now it's just a pan. So I mean, even though it's just a little bottle, there's like surprisingly a lot in there. So yeah, it's good stuff. So let that sort of heat up, so you're ready to put in the egg mixture. So hopefully you can see on the camera, I think you should be able to pick up on it, but it's starting to bubble now, so that's like a pretty good temperature. Get the jug you made earlier, and then literally, now I like to sort of pour around the edges. I don't know how you do it, you can do whatever you want. But yeah, just literally pour. I'm doing this whilst looking at the camera, so that's quite difficult. Now, a lot of people use milk and stuff to put in their omelette and things like that for the mixture. I literally just use the eggs because they're free. The milk is a hexa, but I kind of already put in my hexa on the cheese, and I'd rather not have any sins on it. So I just literally use just the 4 eggs and put them in. So at this point, what you want to do when it's half cooked, you want to start putting your cheese in. Because when you put it in like that, it sort of melts with the omelette, and it blends really nice. Now, as Leanne said, 40 grams of cheese is a hexa, but we don't tend to measure anymore, only because we're totally used to it. All you gotta do is spread that nice and evenly across the omelette, and then that's gonna melt in. So as you can see, the cheese is starting to sort of blend in quite nicely now. But what I need to do, I need to make sure that this fry light's doing its job and it's not stuck. I did point out, by the way, a little hack. If you do have a non-stick pan that's sort of losing its stick, what I tend to do for the omelette is just get a bit of fry light and spray it on the spatula. That way when you go under the omelette doesn't get stuck to the spatula and the pan. Right, hopefully we can get under it, so let's have a look. Yeah. So as you can see, there's a couple of holes there. Now it's still a bit liquidy, so it's not ready yet. I just want to make sure that I can get under there. Yes, I can. Look, it's moving nicely. There we go. Okay, I'm going to let that cook just for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to fold it over and then put it on the plate, and then I'll show you what I've got. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to literally, now I've never done this with one hand because I am filming with this one. I'm just going to flip it over like you traditionally do with an omelette. So literally just, there we go. Pat it down. So as you can see, it's gone nicely crispy on the outsides. It's literally the way I like it. Because with the milk, it tends to go a bit fluffy. Okay, that's ready to go on the plate, I think. So yeah, there's the end result. Now obviously to fit it on the plate I've had to pile some up, but I've got 4 rashers of bacon there. I have a nice little group of mushrooms there. I've got the 4 slices of tomatoes. Now you can see, everyone likes their tomatoes different if you like them. I love them when they're charcoal like that. It just gives it that nice sort of, like it's just come off a barbecue sort of feel. And my omelette fits nicely in this space here. Now you might have noticed, I didn't show this on the video, I don't know if you can see, but I put some oregano in it. Now oregano is like the most beautiful tasting herb. It's so nice. I season most things with it. I season sort of most egg dishes with it, or anything with cheese in it, because it's got that nice tomatoey sort of taste. So remember, the only thing on this plate that has a sin value are these sausages, and they're half a sin. So that plate you're looking at there, you're looking at 1.5 sins for that breakfast. So thank you guys at Slimming World for teaching me the way.
Those days where you literally don't know what to eat for lunch. So I know that I'm having pasta for tea, which you'll see a little bit later on. So I usually would have a mug shot for my dinner, like those little pasta pots, but I'm not wanting fancy having pasta and then pasta again. So I've gone for a bit of a breakfasty option for lunch. So I've gone for yoghurt, which is this yoghurt. Now I don't know how to pronounce it, so is it Skyra? Maybe, I don't know, but it's Icelandic style yoghurt, raspberry flavoured, and it's actually more like a mousse, not a yoghurt. Now the mousse yoghurt is half a sin for the pot, and obviously the banana's free, so that's good. And then I'm going to have to go with this, which is my sin value today, but I'm going to have one of these Benefit chocolate fudge bars. Now these are just from Aldi. We really like these. They do them in so many different flavours, so that you can get like chocolate fudge, you can get cherry, you can get raspberry, summer fruits. But we like the chocolate fudge ones and we like the summer fruit ones. So yeah, we have these quite a lot. Oh, and for a drink as well, I'm going to have a Pepsi Max. Now, I am really bad with water. I don't drink water. But yeah, I'm going to have a cherry Pepsi Max, which is also free as well on Slimming World. So yeah, I'm just going to have a bit of yoghurt, a bit of banana and a little bit of a snack. So we'll see you in a bit. We'll come back for a little bit more. See you in a bit. Okay, so it is now tea time, or dinner time, whichever one you want to call it. And tonight I'm making a nice pasta bake. So in the pasta we are going to be using peppers, yellow peppers, which is speed food and also free. We're also going to be using onion, which is also free as well. Corn mince, which is free, vegetarian. Tomato puree, a tin of tomatoes, which is also free, and tomatoes are also speed food as well, which is good. Some mixed herb and some garlic as well. So, wee! Oh my goodness me. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing, a nice big pasta bake and lots of cheese on top as well, so hopefully it turns out as nice as I think. I'm going to fry off the onions and the pepper first. That's going to go into the frying pan, and then we're going to mix it all together with the tomatoes and the corn mince, and then we're going to put one layer on the bottom of the pan, and then we're going to put the pasta, and then another layer, pasta and cheese, like you would a lasagna, but it's going to be a nice pasta bake instead. I'm also popping in a vegetable stock pot, which you can get from Aldi. It's quite cool actually, I quite like these. If you can find the opening. Do you know, I always have trouble with opening things. Every time I film something, I can't get things open. But if I was to do this without filming, it would be open straight away.
It's like a low budget version of the cube.
So yeah, I'll come back to you in a minute when it's all cooked. Mommy's having a look. She just stole my pasta! cheeks have gone very red. I'm a bit hot. So I've made all the stuff and I'm now basically just layering it up. So I've done mincemeat, then pasta, mincemeat, then pasta, and then mincemeat on top. And then I was going to put some cheese on in a second. And I'm going to put it in the oven. It goes in the oven for around about 20 minutes, just so the cheese is all nicely browned off. And yeah, then we take it out and we have a nice food meal. Okay, and here is the finished product. Nice big cheesy tomatoey pasta with peppers, onions, tomatoes, garlic, mixed herbs and a veg stock. Yummy for my tummy. I know I don't know what it is, but since going on Slimming World, being on Slimming World, I find I've become a better cook. And I think Gav might agree with me as well, that some of the meals that I've cooked since being on Slimming World are really nice. But for now we're going to sit down, enjoy our pasta bake, and then I'll probably show you a little bit of supper later on, because even though this is massive, I will have a little bit of supper later, so we'll see what happens then. So I'm all sat down now for the evening and ready to watch I'm a Celebrity. Woo! I've been waiting for this all year. But yeah, I have sat down with my supper. Now I do have supper every single night. I'm feeling quite full still, to be honest with you, from the pasta bake that we had, so I've only had something tiny tonight. So usually I would have something like toast and crisps, just to have some of the sins that I haven't had in the day. But so tonight I'm going for my cup of tea, which I always do, in my snowman mug, again trying to get in the festive spirit a little bit. So I'm going to go for a cup of tea, which I have every night. I only have milk and sweeteners in there. Then I've gone for a packet of these cheese curls from Asda, which I believe are now 4 sins. And this Skinny Dip, no sorry not Skinny Dip, Skinny Whip chocolate bar, which is, I think it's mint and dark chocolate. And I believe these are 4 sins, I think. You can get these from a lot of places like Home Bargains and places like that. And that is what I've been eating for my day. So I like to have breakfast, sometimes a snack in between, lunch, and then tea as well. And then supper, of course, of the night time. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like me to come back and do another video similar to this, I could do maybe another meal thing, then don't forget to comment down below and let me know. Or any other video ideas that you may have, let me know in those as well, because that'd be fantastic. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to come back and see more for the next video. But for now, it's time for me to relax, drink my cup of tea and watch I'm a Celebrity. So I hope you have a lovely evening yourselves and stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!